Hey guys, so I'm going to be talking to you about Venus today. Yay! This is where ladies come from. Venus has sometimes been labelled as Earth's evil twin sister because of the fact that they are very similar in size and in their orbit and distance from the Sun. In fact, Venus is so close to Earth's size that it's 81.5% the mass of Earth itself. But that is pretty much where the similarities end because the atmosphere on Venus is so dangerous that no thing can live. Or so scientists believe anyway. The atmosphere on Venus is 93 times greater than that on Earth, so if you were to stand on the surface of Venus where you're not melted by all the acid and sulfur, you would be experiencing 92 times the pressure you would on Earth from the atmosphere of Venus. And if that doesn't kill you, then the heat and the acid and toxins on the surface will, because the temperature can reach 460 degrees centigrade. A Venus day takes 243 of our Earth days to complete because for some reason it's rotating backwards on its axis in comparison to all the other planets. Venus has no moons and also kind of acts like a moon itself when it comes to viewing it from Earth. When Venus is at its brightest and its closest, you will actually see a thin crescent if you're looking at it through a telescope. But when it's at its dimmest and at its furthest away, you will just see a normal circular planet. When looking at Venus through a telescope, you'll see that it has very few impact craters. This is because the surface itself is relatively young in terms of the solar system, not to mention the constant volcanic activity is constantly reshaping the face of the planet. The atmosphere of Venus, much like Earth, is made up of layers, and there is said to be one layer, and this is only estimated by scientists because they obviously can't go there, but there's said to be one layer where the pressure is that of Earth, so that if you were to take off your spacesuit, it's also got the right oxygen levels that you could actually just float in the atmosphere and breathe. Of course, you would be able to float, gravity would bring you crashing down and you'd die. But it's nice to know that there is a certain layer in Venus's atmosphere where we could possibly have a spaceship or something just monitoring the planet. And that is all I have on Venus, but yeah, it's one of my favourite planets. I love going out and watching it in the night sky regularly. It's beautiful. I would recommend you get a telescope even if it's a cheap little crappy one. Just go and look, or if you don't want to get a telescope, you can easily just go outside, look up, and the brightest thing in the sky that isn't the moon is going to be Venus, because it's even brighter than the Northern Star. Although the North Star twinkles, that's how you can tell the two things apart, and also Venus is quite low on the horizon and she kind of glows a little bit like reddy orange, like her colour here. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will talk to you again soon.